Hey guys, in this video I will be showing you how you can make your photographs a lot better. So I will be using a program called Paint.net, which is a free image editing software for PC, Mac and even Linux devices. So yeah, it's going to be really easy, and let's just get into it. Alright guys, I have 3 examples here of some of my photography. Now I personally like taking macro pictures. They're just my personal favorite, and I'm much better at them than portrait or wide. I'm not very good at anything else or landscape apart from macro. So we're going to be sticking to macro, and I don't know, maybe at the end I'll find something that's not macro that's a decently good photo that I can show you how to improve on that as well. So we're going to be starting with this lock right here, and the first thing you want to do when you get a photo and you want to edit it is to crop the photo. If you don't have to, if you want the whole thing, but for example, if there's some part that's drawing the eye away from the focus, then you want to crop that out. So right now in this photo, the thing that is very distracting, as you can see, is here, the bolts on the side. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take the select tool, and I'm going to select everything up until those bolts, as you can see there. Now I'm going to go up to the top left, and it says crop to selection over there, so I'm going to press that, and there you go. Now that's been cropped. Now the second thing that you want to do is you want to start adjusting the colors and the lighting. So what I normally do is I go to adjustments over here, and I go to auto level. So once you press that, it will automatically adjust the lighting for you, and the contrast and the brightness and everything like that. Let's go ahead and press it. Right, you see that brings out the lock a lot more over here. Oops. Brings out the lock what is this? Here we go. Brings out the lock a lot more. And so this is with it. This is without it. Here, this is without it, and then this is with it. Now you don't always have to do this. So I'm going to show you. You can also do this yourself. So I'm not particularly happy with the lighting here. Let's say I'm not. So you go back to the original, and you go up to adjustments, and you go to brightness and contrast. There you can change both of those things. So I'm actually going to put the brightness a little bit up, and I'm going to do the same with the contrast. Makes it a lot more sharp and a lot more focused right here. Then I'm going to go to I'm going to try and use ones that, there we go, here, because I have lots of plugins installed on this program, which you don't get when you have them. So I'm going to try and not use them as much as I can to make this more relatable and easier for you. So now I'm going to change the hue a little bit. I think I'm going to change it to a more warmer instead of a colder. Change the saturation a little bit. Try to make it a warmer. It's very saturated. I think that should do it. I want it right there. Right. So you can also change the hue and saturation, which makes it a lot better. So that will be step 3. So step 1 is to crop your photo. Step 2 is to to change the brightness and the contrast. And step 3 is to change the hue and the saturation. So those 2 things, to your liking, will make your photo much better. Now, I'm going to change the temperature and make it a much warmer temperature over here. It's too much. And another tip is, don't go to extremes, because that does not look very good. You see here, I'm changing the temperature to very warm, and that's what you don't want to do, because then it just doesn't look good. So you want to change it very, very slightly, but then it gets this like orange glow, which sometimes you don't want as much. Alright, Now we'll change the tint a little bit. Slightly. Actually, I am going to leave it how it is. So there we go. So look, this is the original photo right here. And then with adjustments, my opinion, that looks much, much better. I think you would also agree. Now, if you want to change your photo to black and white, then I would recommend downloading a plugin, because the stock one that comes with the program is just very simple and it does it automatically for you. And sometimes it doesn't look very good. So, what I recommend is downloading a plugin, which I have here. And you can change the brightness and contrast yourself. You see, I can make it very, very dark and very contrasty, or I can make it have no contrast whatsoever. None of them look good. If you want to get it somewhere in the middle, I think that does it. And that should do that right there. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm going to show you the difference between this and the one that the program comes with. I can show you how much better it is. Right, so let's find the picture here. Oh, I think I just passed it. There we go. Okay, so this is the original picture. Okay, let's quickly crop it, which is step 1. Let's crop that here, and this is the program doing it automatically for you. So look, this is the program doing it automatically, and this is with you doing. Oh wait, it's selected. Sorry, this is with you doing it. So I think this looks much better compared to this. So if you want to change your photos to black and white, I highly recommend downloading a plugin. It is very easy. It's free as well, so you don't have to pay for it at all, and it comes with lots of different tools. I recommend for this program, Pyrochild. He makes very good plugins. So yeah, now you can tell that looks much better. However, for this photo, I actually prefer it in color. In my opinion, I prefer it in color. Let's actually do this one in black and white so we can see the difference. So we just have both. Why not do that? Okay, so black and white here. And there we go. They're much better compared to what we had before with black and white. So you have this photo and you have this photo. In my opinion, they both look good, and I like both of them equally. Right, now to our next photo. We're going to do the same steps. Number 1, we're going to crop it. Number 2, we're going to change the brightness and the contrast. Number 3, we're going to change the hue and saturation. And number 4, we're going to change the temperature. Or you can keep. These are all options. You can skip any step you want if you're happy with the way that it is already. And then we're going to see how it looks in black and white. However, this photo, I don't think it suits black and white very well, because it's glass and I don't think it will work. So let's start with step number 1. Alright, step number 1, let's crop it to where I want. Now I think I want to have these 3 here as the focus. Oops. 1 here, 2, and 3. So we're going to do that. Make those 3. And we're going to cut the 2 larger, blurrier ones in the background, because those are out of focus, and I think they bring away from the image too much. Right, there we go. Now that we've cropped them, we can start with step 2, which is the brightness and contrast. Okay, so this is what it'll be. Now, I think that the brightness could be a little bit lighter, not too much. Oh, sorry, I have forgotten a step. You want to see how the auto level does, because this could make it a lot better or it could make it a lot worse. So we'll just see what this does to the image. You see, that gives it a very bluish tint on the side, very white and blue tint. I don't know if you can see it on the recording, but I can see it on my screen, and I personally don't like it very much. So I'm just gonna undo that, and I'm going to do this myself. Right, This is how I prefer it, with the brightness slightly up, and we're going to bring the contrast up slightly. So the shadows on this edge over here, where my mouse is, bring it a bit more, because without that, it looks very flat in my opinion. So when you bring a bit more shadow into it, it looks much better. Okay, so that's step 2 or step 3, depends how you look at it. Now, let us change the saturation and the hue. Oh, that does not look very good, man. So I'm going to make this here a bit more golden. So that's green. I think that does it. That's too green. I think a bit more golden, and I think a slightly more saturated. Alright, because right now I'm focusing on this, because these are slightly out of the way and in the background here. So this is, I think, the main focus. Then I'm going to bring the brightness down slightly and finish it off with that. And then I'm going to change the temperature and the tint. Now I don't think I'm going to touch the tint at all, because I mean, I might, I'll see what I'll do now. So I'm going to bring the temperature slightly colder actually. And I'm going to bring the tint down to a bluish color right there. No, not the blue that you saw before, because the blue before masked everything. But now, the exposed parts, where the light shines, are much nicer and much more visible. So you can get that sense of depth more. So look, this is the original, without the, and it looks very green. And now with it, I think that looks much better, much better. So this is the original image that I took with my camera, and this is with all the editing. In my opinion, it looks much better, and you can really see the benefits on this and this and this when you edit them. Now let's try this one in black and white. Again, I don't think it'll suit it very well. Yeah, my opinion doesn't look too good. Maybe if I bring the brightness up a little bit, so bring the contrast up. I don't really like that much compared to this. I think in color it looks much better. So we're going to keep that like that. Now, for this last image, or depends if I can find a good landscape image and I'll show you how you can edit that properly, then we'll do that. Otherwise we'll just stay for macro. Now this image, you can tell it's a little bit, the photo isn't taken straight. So what you want to do is, before cropping anything, let me just cut this one out. Okay, so before cropping anything, you want to make sure that this is straight, that the image is straight and there's no, yeah, the image is straight. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think that looks about right. Now, I'm going to largen the image slightly, bring it down slightly, right there. And now, wait, let me just check if it's straighter. Yep, I'm going to slightly. Right, that should do it. Now, I'm going to crop the image to give it a more focused area. Now, I don't want, sometimes the focus isn't good to be exactly in the middle. So, I want this decay here with the lock, I want that to be on the right side. But also, this is very distracting and I don't want this to be in the image. For now, I might include it, maybe it gives it a good touch. I don't know yet, until I actually try. So I'm going to crop that. Alright, so it looks like that now. And I'm going to enlarge it slightly because you can see the white, the transparent background right there. There we go. Now, let's see from the original. And then, now we've cropped it. I think that looks much better now. First of all, we're going to change the brightness and contrast. Oh, nope, I think we're getting about auto level. I don't use it a lot of the time because sometimes I don't like how it looks, but sometimes it works really well. So always try see, in this case, I'm not really feeling the very dark parts over here. I think it's better lighter. It doesn't really give off that shade that it's supposed to. So I'm going to change it myself. Right, let's bring the brightness down a little bit. And the contrast down a little bit. I'm going to move the contrast slightly up. But I'm going to leave the brightness how it is. I think that works quite well. Now, I am going to change the saturation slightly. Make it slightly more saturated. Right there. Sorry. Alright. Then let's change the temperature. I think a warmer temperature would do. Nope. Wrong thing. Right, warmer temperature right here. Oh, nope. Okay, from here and now, that is the original image. Look, we went from this right here. Let me just see. From this to this, and I think this looks much better. Now I do want to do one more thing, which is I want to create a shadow here in the bottom right corner. So I think that will give it a bit more depth because it's a very flat image right now. So I'm going to go to effects over here. I don't think you need to install a plugin. You want to go to photo, and you want to go to, I'm not sure how to say this, Vignette, I'm not sure. So you want to press on this, right, and that will create a shadow. So now I want the lighter area, where the light is coming from, to be the top left. So I'm going to move this arrow. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's a like an arrow here, and you want to move it to where you want the light to come from. Now, the radius here is way too small, so I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, I think that's a bit too big. Again, with the shadows, you want to make it very subtle, because when you make it too overboard, it's very noticeable and not very, I don't know, again, it draws the eye away from the image that you're trying to get. Right, so I'm going to leave the shadow at that, and I'm going to bring down the density slightly. I'm going to put the density up, actually. Right. So, this is without the shadow, and this is with the shadow. With the shadow, it looks much less flat of an image. Right. Now, I also feel like this image would work in black and white. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the image. Actually, you know what? Forget it. And I'm going to go without the shadow. And I'm going to copy it. Get a new, not a new layer, a new image. And I'm going to paste it. Right. Now, you see, the image is there. Same. I'm going to put this in black and white, and let's see how that looks. So, black and white. I'm using the plugin version because it's much better. I'm going to bring the contrast up. I'm going to bring the brightness down slightly. No, I put the contrast down. Right, there. There we go. So this is sorry. This is the image without the shadow, or without black and white. This is the image with black and white. So now here we can see the original image. If you will load, which is this, and it's very pale, it doesn't look too good. The paint looks very faded, but not in a way that it looks good faded. Like, it shows that it's old. It looks very bad, and the quality of the image, it brings it down. With all the things that we've done, with all the steps that we've taken to correct that, I think that looks much better. And it still looks faded and old, but in a way that brings life to the image, makes it feel real and old. So I think we've done a really good job with all of those. Yeah. Alright, I just want to say thank you for watching. I really hope this helped you improve your photography skills. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a very good landscape photo that I have taken personally to edit, which is quite unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about that. And yeah, just take a quick second to subscribe, like the video, comment down which one of these edits were your favorite, and yeah, share this video with someone who might find these tips helpful, because that will help my channel grow. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.